Hey guys, this is Rashad here, and welcome to Tech Talk with Russia. So today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how you can integrate GNS3 with Palo Alto. So for this video, we are gonna use the Palo Alto version 8.0.0. So as you can see, the GNS3. Just forget, top of the GNS3, which is mentioned as GNS3 with ASA, ASEM. That was for another project that I was working in. So over here we are gonna work with Palo Alto and not the ASA. That ASA you'll find in another video of mine. So here we can see that I've just imported the cloud interface in the GNS3, and what we are gonna do is make sure we import the what do you call loopback interface. That you're gonna do is select the special interface and select the loopback interface. After that, what we are gonna do is we have to go to C drive, program files, GNS3, and appliance folder where we will find the ready-made appliance for Palo Alto, which makes it much easier. So after that, I just found the appliance, I've selected it, and now I have downloaded another a version of that Palo Alto VM 8000.qcloud. I have to find the identical image over here, and then I have to click on import and then browse to that file. So I've just copied the location of that file and pasted over here, and here you can see just selected the file, and we have to open it. What it will do is it will just be verifying the checksum values and the image, and then it will upload the entire file to the GNS3 VM that we have along with GNS3. So we have to wait patiently for a while and let it initialize the image. There you go. Now it's uploading the image to the VM, and the power of already uploaded. However, in real life it will take a while to complete it. And there you go, 99% and 100%. Just initialize this once again. We have to wait it until it becomes green. There you go, it's ready to install and green. So just click on that file and then go to next. Yes, of course, and then finish it. I'm gonna show you about this later on. So we'll just finish it off, and so in all the images you can see that it uh, has been uh, it's arrived here. For our convenience, I like to customize it a little. I'll just customize the icon to a more modern looking one. You can do this, click there, search for Firewall, and I like this icon, so I'll use this over here. Click on it, and then OK. And there you go. You can just bring this up. The Firewall is here. Well, oh yeah, I just forgot to tell. I'm using the GNS3 version 2.2.5. Over here, we just select the management port and the Microsoft Loopback interface that we previously added in the cloud. Both has to be connected. There you go. Now we have to just power up the VM and see how it works. Yeah, just in case if you don't know how you can add the loopback interface, I'll just show you which interface it is. So you have to go to network settings and then change adapter settings, and over here you'll find MS Loopback, and it has to have similar IP as it has to be in the same range as the loopback interface. So you can see that we are using 10.0.0.2 in the loopback interface. So we'll power up the firewall, and we have to give uh, the IP address of the management interface, which has to be identical to that same range. It has to be in the 10.0.0.0 range using a subnet of 255.255.255.0. So you can see that it's powering up. Just hold on for some time. The initial power up takes a little time. Give it some time to power up. There you go. It just gets stuck. Sometimes, okay, we can see that everything is good over here. 4 gigs of RAM is what it takes initially. So just give it a while. Give it a while. It should come up. Hmm. This takes a while. You might get worried sometimes, but don't be. It will power up. Since it's a big file, big appliance, give it a while. Just checking it. Okay, one more thing which you can do is you might, if in case the Virtue disk interface as Virtue doesn't work, you can try with IDE. But for me, it works both in IDE and Virtue. So I'm just trying the alternative just in case if Virtue hard drive doesn't work for you. You can try the IDE. And what we've done is we have stopped the firewall, changed the hard drive to IDE, and I'm just powering it up once again. However, in other tests, both have worked, so you might try to fiddle up a little with the IDE and Virtue interface, whichever works for you. It's good. It doesn't really matter which one you use, fine. So again, it will take time, just because you've just booted it up now. So let it boot, give it some time, grab yourself a cup of coffee. And the reason why I came up with this video is, there you go, it's coming up. But by default, it's got an IP of 192.168.1.1, which we'll have to change it to match our loopback interface. So now the thing is, we can try to log in with the default credential, which is admin, but it will not work. You just have to keep going. You might have to try it maybe 500 times, or just leave it for 5 minutes. And I just did the fast forward, and there you go. After 5 minutes, when you log into the same admin password and ID, it will work. But before that, don't get disheartened because you're not doing nothing wrong. It's just the firewall which takes a little more time to get itself ready, get itself formed up for accepting the admin credentials. There you go. After I've logged in, admin, and it gives me a warning that it's still configured with the default account of admin. We will now go to the enable mode. Config mode. Cisco, it's enabled. Over here, we'll go to config mode, and then we have to give it the command to set the interface. But before that, we'll just set up the CLI's height and width, because the CLI of Palo Alto is such that it messes up the writing. So I'm just setting up the CLI terminal height to 500 and the width to 500 as well. Now we can go to the config mode and set up the IP. Still, even though we have set up the width and height, we will still see the things to be overwritten. So we'll just see. Um, uh, it won't work over here. We have to get back to this mode and then show interface management. Sorry, yeah, interface management, and as you can see, the MAC address is blank, IP address is unknown, default gateway, everything seems to be unknown. So we have to now log into the firewall, go to config mode, go for. I'll just show you an example where I will be writing the commands manually, but as soon as the command is a little too long, it will start to overwrite it in itself. So first we have to tell the firewall to use a static IP, and now I'll show you when I'm just device config. So it will start to overwrite itself. System IP address 10.0.0.12. We'll make it 12, same range. Netmask has to be 255.255.255.0, and there you go. See, it starts working. So what I will do, I'll just go back to square one and write the entire command in a notepad and then paste it over here, which will avoid me from making any mistakes. So the command is set device config system IP address 10.0.0.12. Netmask should be 255.255.255.0. And default gateway we may give, we may not give. As of now, it's not needed because it's directly connected. But if it's behind a firewall, we may need the default gateway. And after that, we are going to give the DNS settings. Servers primary 4.2.2.2, which is Google's free DNS server. So we'll just copy that into a command and paste it. Kaboom. There it is. Enter. And yeah, after that, we have to commit the command because the firewall of Palo Alto is such that without committing, it will just save it in the running config, but it won't actually implement the command. So we have to commit the command after whatever we do and then wait for it to accept that. So we'll try to actually go to https://10.0.0.12. Before that, we'll just try to keep on continuously pinging. So as soon as the commit job is completed and I'm able to ping, I should be able to open that same IP or the URL on the browser itself. So we will just be waiting for the ping to be successful. So as of now, you can see the web page is not opening. Just hold on. Just hold on. It's 99% complete. It should be reachable by 99%. And there you go. It's 99%. And it's going to be 100%. So as soon as the commit is completed, almost 99%, it is reachable. And we are able to ping directly from the PC through the loopback interface of in the cloud interface of the GNS3 to Palo Alto. So here, if we do the show interface management command again, we can see that the IP address has been taken as 10.0.0.12. And now if we reload the page, we should be able to reach it. Okay, I may have, yeah, I just forgot to write https:// by default it just took slash. By default it just took HTTP, and it will now be loading the payload. That might give you a smaller warning. If it does, that's just a certificate issue. Just accept the risk and go ahead, and we'll be using the same admin as the username and password, and then log into the thing, and again it will give the same warning which it gave in the CLI, but we can stop the pings now, and we can even close the CLI because now everything is there in the GUI, which 99% of the time we'll be using. The GUI takes a while to load as it's in a virtual environment. Give it a little time, give it to load. And it's gonna come up now anytime soon. There you go. So it's first time loading, and so it may take a while. So here we can see just a small notice which will come up. Welcome to PANOS 8.0. Close this thing. You can read it at your convenience. As of now, we can see the dashboard, ACC, monitor, policy, objects, network, and device. Here we can see the logged in devices. So we have logged in from the console and the admin web browser, and on the left you can see the general information about the firewall. We will just go to widgets and bring up the interfaces, which currently are all grayed out because there is nothing connected and neither of them are configured. So we can go to device, and the device can see all the details of the firewall. It just works like a charm. We can see the admin account, which is admin currently, the default account. We can create, it's recommended to create a custom account and keep the admin account disabled. And in the interfaces of the network, we can see that all the interfaces are grayed out. Zones, VLANs, virtual wires. We can see all the information currently. They're all blank because they haven't configured anything. And once we do, we'll see all the information over here in the address, policies, see the security policy. The default two security policies are already in place for intrazone and interzone. We can go to the monitoring tab. ACC tab. We can see the activities, thread activity, blocked activity, tunnel activity. Everything is here. So we're back here to the dashboard. I hope you liked the video, and I'd like to thank you very much for viewing this. Really appreciate your efforts.